Hello everybody, Terrace here with the Chelsea Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the Business Spotlight Series. Today I'm coming to you from Jewelry Set in Stone with Stephen Kolakithis. How are you doing, Stephen?
Good, how are you doing, Terrace?
Very well, very well. So we are in your new space, we'll get to that in a second, but as always we'd like to start with a little bit of background on you and the business. So tell us what brings you here to the Clock Tower building and right down Main Street.
We started in business in 2015. Eventually grew rapidly. In 2016 we had to open up a location.
Okay.
Location was below the barbershop in town, and it was a great location, but as we progressed, obviously we're growing.
Yeah.
Needed a new space again, which brings us to the Clock Tower. Yeah. Finding a location with light, accessibility, and many other things that make our business thrive. We searched out and we found this location. An elevator that can get people up to our space. It's got a nice professional feel. It really
does.
Presents our brand. I mean, we've done a lot of things in the space to sort of cater to that.
Right.
And then, so this is our 7th year in business as we go forward and continuously growing and improving both in our skill set and also in our customer service experience.
Well, yeah, the new space is gorgeous. I know I made a joke at the ribbon cutting. You kind of went from no windows to all windows. It's awesome up here, and it does speak to the experience a lot. The last space, I could see how that is a nice, maybe an incubator type location, right? Get things moving. You got to have somewhere to do stuff, but you've really taken it up a notch in here, and I'll make sure we get a couple pictures to lay in so people could see some of the stuff. I love your mural and whatnot. So,
thank you.
But yeah, it is such a fun building too here at the Clock Tower, and your view. I mean, you can't beat it. I don't know how you actually get your work done. I feel like I'd just be staring out the window the whole time.
It actually makes you want to come into work.
Exactly. I know it is. Having a nice place is a big difference. And like you said, that crosses right over not just from you enjoying your workday, but the customer experience, right? They come in, you've got the mocktails bar, you've got all your pictures up, and just a really inviting space. So you've done a great job with that. So, yeah. Now, speaking of customer experience, that is something that you take very what's the word I'm looking for? Strongly, and definitely a little bit different than what you might find in a lot of other jewelers. Can you walk us through a little bit of what it looks like here at Jewelry Set?
So basically, what separates us from other jewelers and other stores out there, the customer service experience, customer design experience is a lot of fun. From the moment the client walks into the studio, from when they leave, they're engulfed, I guess, with design, with everything in our space is custom. Everything from our murals that we painted ourselves, custom bar, the custom logo for our studio. Everything has that custom feel. So when they walk in, it's them going, it's not so much about sales.
Right.
It's about, hey, you're coming in to design something and create something,
right.
And at the end of the day, you're going to end up with something that I want you to show off. I want you to,
right.
It to be your prime piece that you use, and then from there, go, I need a matching set of earrings.
Yeah, well, for sure.
And I mean, most of what we do, and what I guess our expertise is in wedding bands and like engagement rings.
Mm-hmm.
That's a majority of what we do.
Sure.
So when a client comes in, it's like normally we're at the very beginning of their, I guess, life cycle of jewelry wear.
Right.
They've either heard about us or they've seen stuff that we've done either through social media or some other platform. Most of our business is word of mouth, but as we've jaunted into this new space, we've actually seen a lot more people coming in and experience this and going, oh, I can't believe you're just now in business. It's like, no, we have 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
But the process is very fun. It's very engaging. A client, when they come in, they might not know what they want. By the time they finish up, we walk them through that process, and they end up with, they go, I didn't know that was my design.
Right.
And it's not a forced thing.
Sure.
It's very much you come in and, hey, I want, let's just say a Pac-Man ring.
Right.
Or, hey, I want, vines, or I want, modern design. So
sure.
All of that, when we're doing the design process, it's very much, hey, let's discover your process, right. Your journey as we discover the ring or the ring pendant earrings we're doing.
Well, and it's awesome too because, as you said, you built out this space in a very unique way. So you come in and it doesn't feel like anywhere else, and that's what people end up potentially leaving with jewelry-wise, right? Is they get something that very possibly doesn't look like anybody else's jewelry out there, even if that person's had that work done here with you. You know, it's very specific to them. I can't think of anything better for trying to build a personalized piece of jewelry, especially something for a marriage or, you know, that seems like a really nice setup for the people.
And most jewelry is occasion based, you know,
Right.
like whether it be weddings, a new baby, a new moment, a job, you know,
Promotion,
promotion and stuff like that. It's very personal. So when you're able to take and walk that customer through that process, and at the end of it, you know, have something that they want to show off.
Right.
And then it also has not only that, but it's got the personal experience or whatever moment they have
Right.
tied to it. Now all of a sudden we're able to capture both that and have a wearable piece of jewelry.
It's pretty awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's great. Carrying around a memory, basically wearing a memory, if you will. And now, speaking of memories and whatnot, something you also are very good at, which not necessarily every jeweler has the skills to do, is the reimagining. Is that what you call it?
Repurposing.
Repurposing. Thank you. Yeah.
So in that process, I mean, obviously wedding engagement is something we do a lot of, but we do repurposing, repairs, antique restoration. Specifically with the repurposing, when we're working with a client, it might be their grandmother's jewelry, it might be their mom's or somebody who passed away, husband, wife. And so it's like, once again, that's experience.
Right.
That
It's
process.
got value when they come in the door already.
And, you know, being able to work with them on the design and also tie, whether it be, you know, completely redoing a piece, melting down the stuff from scratch, or taking and just redesigning the piece.
Right.
A lot of that can be, you know, very much, you know, when the client comes in, it's like, we have to discover that. They might not want to tear down their grandmother's ring. And we've done some really cool repurposing.
Right.
You know, where they end up not, you know, destroying or not, you know, taking away, but instead enhancing and making it wearable.
There you go. Yeah, that's awesome. How often do people opt to just have it like boiled down and rebuilt, or is it more common to see the other side of that?
You know, every client's different.
Okay.
I would say that when as far as percentage, if we're going for a percentage, I'd probably say 20% actually want to remelt it completely.
Okay. That makes sense. Most people are probably want to hold on to some amount of the style.
Yeah, whether it be taking just a component of that. You know, obviously when you're converting something from a ring to a pendant, it's very much like, okay, how do we do this?
Right.
How do we make it so it's actually a fun piece to wear?
Right.
But also, I want it to look like, you know, a cocktail ring. I want it
Right.
to look like something that, you know, is more modern. So we're trying to work with them on the process and give them the advice on what design looks good, but at the same time not taking away what it was.
Very cool. And now people can keep a pretty good eye on your stuff and some of the cool pieces you're working on by following you on social media, right?
Yes.
I know you're very avid with your Instagram, especially, and you'll see a lot of the cool stuff. It'll give you a nice idea of the different type of jewelry you're dealing with here at Jewelry Set in Stone. And people, we've talked quite a bit about your awesome space. I encourage you all to come check it out. He's got a lot of cool stuff on display as well. But beyond that, they can also find you at the art market coming up in about a month, right?
So
or the art fair. Yes.
Yeah, so we've got a couple events coming up. We've got one, a Comic-Con, which is our first experience.
That'll be fun.
That's the first week in Lansing. One of my customers actually is getting married there too, so I was like,
I know
going to a
about
wedding.
this. Yeah.
I might also, you know, set up.
Yeah, there you go.
But you know, that's a fun thing that we're doing, as well as we have in our art fair. I think it's the 20th through the 23rd this year, and then also Sons and Sights Festival.
Oh, of course. Yes. Now, where are you at during the art fair this year?
So I'm located this year. I've been off State Street in the past. Since 2016, I started doing an Ann Arbor Art Fair. I was off State Street. This year, I'm actually it's East Liberty and Main Street. We're just a little bit up, really close to like the Cherry Republic.
Yeah.
Jolly Pumpkins right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Chop House and stuff like that.
Yeah, so stop by the Chop House and then go check out Steven's booth. Yeah, that's the move.
So-
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for talking with us. Thank you for letting us see the new space. Like I said, we'll grab some shots so you people at home can all check it out. And better yet, just come on by and say hi. Do you normally hold normal hours people can swing through?
Yeah, I'm shifting a little bit because with the clock tower and learning some things, the doors lock at 5.
They do, yeah.
So I'll be shifting to Mondays as my later days.
Okay.
So it should be, I'm still trying to figure out, but Mondays probably 10 to 7. Thursdays will be possibly a little bit earlier, but probably 1 to, I'm going to say 1 to 5.
Sure.
Or 2
And
to
people
5.
can just reach out to you too
Yeah,
as well.
and
I
then-
mean,
yeah,
make an
right.
appointment or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately I'll be posting it if you're ever trying to find it. Google's a good place to find the hours. I update Google, Yelp, my social media, my website. So.
You're definitely not lacking on the social media stuff. You're very apt at that, so that's great. All right, well, thank you again, and thank you guys all for watching. We'll see you guys soon, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.